Scene 1, take 4. Scene 2, take 2. Black Tinks Part 3, Scene 5, take 1. Numero uno, motherfuckers. Black Tinks is an original series of sketches with myself and Michelle Fuentes. I'm Black, Michelle's Latina, so it's a play off of the words Black and Latinx. All episodes are written, directed, and edited by me.
Look, I don't make the rules.
Oh yeah? And who does?
People who call themselves Christians and pick and choose what verses in the Bible they want to believe in ignore do.
It felt great to start the morning off with my craft, but now I gotta go to work.
Of course.
He may or may not look familiar to some people, but that's Lil Nas X. It was the video release party for Old Town Road. I was representing Wingstop, and they shut the truck down so they could get some promo footage with Lil Nas X in the truck. So they're getting the footage, and we're all stuck in the truck, just shooting the shit, having some fun, and he turns around and needs some napkins. So of course, I cut my break short, stopped the video, and helped him get some napkins, because that is the right and humane thing to do. Then I was off to gig number 2 to sample some morning recovery downtown. It's pretty common for everyone to have a hustle. And when I say hustle, I mean several hustles. I was headed out of town in a few days to visit my nephews, so I wanted to get in the dance studio and rehearse my piece before I left. It's a spoken word that I wrote, also includes some singing, and then I'm choreographing, editing, and directing the visual. It's a lot of work, but I'm excited for the challenge. So far, I've only been rehearsing in my living room and bedroom, so it felt really good to get it up in a bigger space. I spent the week with my nephews. I love them so much. But that being said, I'm still super tired because they're twin boys, and they're great babies, but there's still a lot of work. Now I'm back in LA, and it's time to hit the ground running. On my way to work, see all the boxes in the back. That is how your car looks when you're a promo girl and you deal with picking up product directly from storage. On my way to work at a tech event. While I was at work, I got some good news. The DP finally got back to me after weeks of me asking, and we set the date to shoot for June 2nd. Go to work, rehearse for my piece, go to work. And here we are at the JW Marriott. I don't want y'all to think I'm fancy. I'm doing valet because they're giving us vouchers. Rehearse for the play I'm in. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm also in a play for the Hollywood Fringe Festival called No More Toys. We've been rehearsing for the past month or so. Currently at rehearsal. Our bios were due today. Did you do yours, Washington? That's a no, people! Did you do yours, Luis?
Hey, I'm doing mine on Mexican time, okay? You should point the camera at me.
Yeah, I got some stuff to
Christina
say.
was a good student. Hey.
Get the camera out of my face. Show them mine.
It's the day before my shoot, and it's gonna be a busy one. Full of working survival gigs to make sure rent is paid. I'm working a concert from 2 to 8, but I have to leave by noon because it's out in Irvine, which is 45 miles from where I live. I'm hoping in between gigs, I can squeeze in some time to prep for my shoot and listen to an edit that the engineer sent me of the audio track. Then I have to head to Huntington Beach, which is 50 miles away, to sample some morning recovery. It's a late night shift, 11 p.m. until we run out of samples. Praying to God we finish early because I am exhausted. I'm on my way back from my second job. I'm listening to a podcast and just, try to get some good energy, some inspiration, and stay awake while I'm driving. And I am really fighting to not fall asleep. I can't keep doing this. I have to do better with taking care of myself. I don't know what the exact answer is because I feel like there's so much to do and there's always more to do. But this isn't, it's not good. It's not healthy. The day has come to shoot my piece. I am exhausted, but I am going to use every ounce of energy I have to make this piece the best that it can be. I always learn a lot when I'm shooting. I think the main thing I'm learning is to definitely be more vocal about what I want. We started going over. Luckily, there was nobody else using the space right after us, so I was able to pay the studio owner a little more, and we stayed after. So I woke up at 7. We started shooting at 9. We were supposed to shoot from 9 to 1. We got done right before 2. First things first, I shot my piece! Huge weight lifted off my shoulders. That's all good and well, but you still got work to do. Time for tech. I love stepping on the stage for the first time. After we got done with tech, we went to rehearsal. I was already so drained at tech, I just wanted to throw in the towel, but I pushed through. Oh, one, I'm tired as fuck. I will say that although I am extremely tired and exhausted, I'd rather have a day like today where I spent the whole day doing my craft. I'd rather have a 12 to 14 hour day like that than doing my survival gig. So as tired as I am, I'm still beyond blessed. The next day, I had an audition for a commercial. So for the next few days, it was rehearsal and editing my piece. I am home from rehearsal, showered, head wrap on, ready for bed, but not going to bed. But I finally got a rough cut down of my piece, and I was like getting frustrated because there were certain parts where I was like, oh, I wish this shot was like this, and oh, I wish I would have remembered to do this or been more vocal about this. But every single time I shoot something, it's a learning experience, and I finally got a rough take, and I'm really liking the way it's looking. So yay, I'm excited. Opening night, this is where the magic happens in the theater. Are they setting stuff up? Setting shit up? We just finished preview. We just finished preview. Oh, your camera's so much better than this stupid ass phone. Oh my god, no.
We just finished.
I need to save up for a camera. And it was a good preview. It was good. Like, you know, we definitely have some things to tighten up, but it just felt good to get it out there, and we have one down, so we're good. We're good.
Where's the
We're good.
dice?
Hola. Just got done. Say hey, Danielle. Hi. Just got done doing training for a top secret program, so they put stickers on our phones because they think we're going to tattle on social media. It's a press briefing. Promo life. En route to gig number 2. It's downtown at the Inner City Arts. Hey. On my way to work. Working an Xbox event today. Yeah, so I know this looks epic and grand, but my reality was that in the morning, for hours, I was outside, directly in the sun, checking people in to get into the convention. I wasn't able to record any of it because we couldn't have our phones out, and honestly, I probably couldn't muster up the strength because I was so freaking exhausted and tired. I don't know if I would be able to hold my phone up for more than 30 seconds. This is the Instagram version, and that was my reality. And now on to the biggest gaming convention that ever existed. I don't know if that's true, but it definitely feels like that when you're there. But let me show you my walk to get to the convention center. Oh, what's that? A row of homeless tents. So let me break it down. E3, the parking is $30. The agency I'm working for is only reimbursing $10. Rather than parking in that lot, I park in the neighborhood, which is a 10 to 15 minute walk. Along that 10 to 15 minute walk just happen to be homeless tents. I know. People always warn me about walking past homeless people. But at the end of the day, homeless people are just that, people. And to be honest, mostly all artists in LA are just one paycheck away from joining one of those tents. E3 is 4 days. That's $10 a day, so that's $40, which is a whole bill. So I could wait a few weeks to get reimbursed, or I could just bite the bullet and walk past some homeless tents. I'll choose the homeless tents for $500, please. Now let me show you all the shit that they show you on TV. Hey, Lakers! Mind you, all those homeless tents are just 2 blocks away. Now back to the convention itself. Before the attendees come in, we usually have a little bit of free time. So of course we take some videos, pictures, and or boomerangs before the madness begins. Sometimes I get a little carried away. This year's E3 was another success. Now all this looks fine and dandy, but on the inside, I'm getting pretty anxious. Right now, it's mid-June, and I still don't have the final audio track. At this point, I wanted the piece to be completely done. I wanted to start submitting to blogs, and I wanted to have a venue picked out for a screening. A couple weeks ago, I sent him some edits. They were detailed, but very simple. Now, back past the homeless tents. I will say, no matter how frustrated I get, no matter how much I complain about working long, crazy days, this puts everything into perspective and reminds me, no matter how hard I think I have it, that I'm really, really blessed. On my way to, I fucking hate bikers. On my way to my commercial audition. Hope I book it. Done with my audition and going to storage to pick up product and the wings and the backpacks for tonight. All right, out here in Santa Monica, about to sample some product. That sounds like drugs, but it's morning recovery. The next day I was back sampling morning recovery at Santa Monica Pride, and then I had to go straight to my show. There's Arlene, there's Christina. Here's me. This is Jamal. I love him to death. Don't tell him no.
She lying.
Mostly all the people in the cast at one point or another have gone to the Anthony Gilardi acting studio. AKA, we're all hippos. I'll explain that in a different vlog. In translation, we're all family. That's Anthony of the Anthony Gilardi acting studio. I just call him Coach, and his beautiful wife, Christina. They are just two amazing souls. I know for a fact I could not have survived LA without them and all my classmates at the studio. It really is a special place.
We love you all
Very proud of my kids. I love you guys.
I think I'm getting sick. At first I just thought it was just from like my vocal cords being fatigued, but I'm starting to think I'm actually getting sick, so that sucks. Sometimes when you don't rest, the universe will make you rest. So I think that's what's happening to me. Yeah. That makes it look like my head's even bigger. All right. First things first, I know y'all saw me in this outfit earlier, but there's a reason. It's standard callback procedure. If you wore the outfit to the audition, you have to wear it at the callback. Right now, I'm in this bathroom stall, and I'm just trying to drink a ton of water until I have to pee. I'll explain later. Y'all, why is it so hard to pee when you need to? I've been in this stall pacing back and forth and jumping up and down for like 25 minutes, probably more. This lady just came in and peed so easily, it pissed me off. It did. It did. Reason why I'm getting a pee test, and I also got some blood drawn, is because my body has just been off. I've gained a lot of weight in a little bit of time. I know most people would look at me and be like, she's not overweight. I'm not, but to gain a significant amount of weight in a short period of time, when I really don't eat anything, no dairy, no red meat, carbs are only complex, if that, so yeah. Okay, I'm on my way to my first audition of the day. All right, en route to audition number 2 of today. This is with the same casting director that I had the callback for earlier this week. So that's always a good sign. Even though I didn't book the audition that I was called back for, the same casting director called me back and now is calling me in for another commercial. So that's good because that means I'm still in good standing with them and I'm building a good relationship with them. So, yeah. Spent the whole day, well, not the whole day. I got back from my audition around 5:30. It is now 12:53 a.m. Just mixing the song. There's so many different YouTube tutorials now, thank God, but right now I'm determined to get this done. If I have to do it by myself and on my own, then I'm going to do it. Yeah. It is currently 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 4:10. I got home at 2 a.m. Right now I am picking up my friend. We're carpooling to work today. It is in San Onofre, on San Onofre Beach. It's a surfing event, and we are representing Toyota. And then we get off at 5. It'll probably take us about 2.5 hours to get home. So get off at 5. We'll get back to his place around 7:30. And then I have rehearsal from 8 to 11. I'm going to try to leave by 10 so I can just get a little sleep before I have to do this all over again tomorrow, because I work 7 to 5 tomorrow too. And we'll probably still leave around 5:15 just to be safe. So yeah, hustle, hustle, hustle. That's my life. Out sampling morning recovery.
I forgot. Hi. I'm about to complain on camera.
I'm tired of shit too, though.
Oh my
I mean,
God. I don't know why.
we all be working other gigs. We
Grind.
coming here.
I came from the BET experience.
Girl.
I worked 11 hours today.
Same.
Still
Well, I
working.
worked.
Girl.
I don't know what the fuck I worked today.
Too much.
I worked far as fuck though. It was like halfway to San Diego.
Goodness.
Girl,
What?
I'm over. I'm extra. Got my scarf on. I'm like, I ain't getting sick.
With the wings.
Scarf with the wings. The wings are our favorites. Just looking at myself. I'm so tired. I gotta be up tomorrow and be at work at 7 in Santa Monica. Hey. Working for boxed water. Another day, another gig. And then this happened. This is a crazy life. You go from working 14-hour days all weekend to performing in front of Kerry Washington. I'm just leaving show number 3 of Fringe. I rushed straight there after work. So the event at work the event I worked today ended at 4 o'clock, which means we had a breakdown. So I really didn't leave till like 4:30. I need to be at the theater at 5 o'clock. So I was like trying to do my makeup in the car. I changed in the car. So it was rush. But the show, I think it was our strongest show. And Kerry Washington was at the show. And she made the point to tell me, you did a really good job. And that means a lot coming from someone like her. And I got a chance to tell her how, like, she has really inspired me, when, I'm getting emotional, but when Scandal came out, there weren't black women on TV like that at all. So seeing her being a strong, smart, and flawed lead on TV was a really, 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 really big deal. And I feel like seeing actresses like her on TV, that really gave me inspiration to keep going. So yeah. And And now it's a trend. It's trendy to have us on TV now in leading roles. So yeah, I'm proud of the cast. There was one line I stumbled over, which kind of pissed at myself for doing, but overall, I think it was definitely our strongest show, for sure. Watching my piece for the first time on a TV screen. This shit is so dope. Oh my god. My face looks so rough, but that's the point of this scene. But oh god, it looks rough. This is so dope. So the engineer finally got the piece to me this past weekend. He had gone out of town to work on a project and said he forgot to send it to me before he left. Honest mistake, but can't help but be frustrated. Honestly, there were still some things when I got it that I listened to and I didn't really like, so I spent the next few days still working on my own mix. What I ended up deciding on was using my mix for the solo vocals at the very beginning and at the very end, and I use his mix for the spoken word and the vocals that come in right after the spoken word. Now it's time to close the show.
Hi.
How you feel?
Good. We gonna kill this shit.
That's right. Hallelujah.
I'll go crazy on your ass. No, she meant that. She will go crazy.
Yeah, I believe she is.
Fringe is officially over. I survived that. Psych. We're not done yet. We were nominated for our Encore Producers Award, so we have one more show July 12th. Check back next time to see how our Encore show went and to see the release of Love Story and the viewing party. Hopefully, I gave you a little taste of the LA life. Nowadays, you only see the highlights. Especially in this age of social media, you only see everybody's filtered life. Some days, I'm working a party for a bunch of A-lists. Some days, I'm performing in front of an actress that I've looked up to for years. And sometimes I'm working over 50 hours in a matter of 3 days. It's all part of the journey. Honestly, there was a lot that I didn't put in because I couldn't cram it all into one blog. But hopefully you got a little taste of what it's like to be pursuing your passion, your dream, being dedicated to your craft while still working to pay rent in an expensive-ass city. But hey, we do it because we love it. See you next time.